Got my mic on. Listen. All I'm going to say is shout out to all my day ones who have been subscribed and who know my struggle. But we are about to get started. All right. All right. So you want to learn how to make your first 10K in your new online business. And if you on this video, you about to learn it. So check this out. If you are like, I'm not really sure that she about to give me this information for real, and you about to be negative and closed-minded, you can bounce. Because in order for it to work and in order for you to actually make that 10K, the information that you're going to receive on this video, you need to be open to. And when I say open, you need to have like your creative juice on so that your mind is already working on, this is what I need to do. She just told me I need to do this. This is how I need to do it to go along with what I'm doing. I promise you, if you're open, it will work. If you're not, you can bounce. All right, so for those of you who do not know me, I am Tashima. Hence the name, it's Tashima. But I have been a full-time entrepreneur for the past 3 years after I was fired from my job in 2020, Lord. I did not know it was coming and it hit me like a pound of bricks. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. During that first month of being in business, I tripled my income, and by the end of that year, it took me 9 months, I made my first 6 figures in business. It can be done. You just got to be willing to do the work, and sometimes in the beginning, the work isn't going to always be that fun, but you got to be willing and ready to put in that work. So if you're ready, stay tuned. All right, so first, you want to determine that North Star. Where are we trying to go? What's the aim? What's the main goal here? Because where are we trying to reach? That is very important, because it is also going to be the thing that lets you know, like, okay, the idea that I have, are people going to pay for it? That's very important. I got this great business idea. I can't wait to push out this service. But are people willing to spend money on that idea? You need to start there. Because if it's not going to be a purposeful passion that makes profits, you need to keep your job. And I don't know no other way to put that. You need to keep that job. You want to make sure that if you're going after something, especially if you're thinking about quitting your job and making this your full-time thing, you want to make sure it falls under the lines of purposeful profits. Because there are a lot of people out here who are going after their passion, chasing their passion, and no one is willing to pay for that passion. So you want to make sure that when you do, that you know that people are down and willing to spend money on it, because that is so important. And then once you find out that, hey, I got a group of folks who I see over here who are willing to spend money on it, you need to determine that where are they hanging? Where are they spending most of their time? That is so important, and I will get into this more along this video, so make sure you keep watching. But listen, don't be over here when they over there, because then it doesn't matter. They can't even hear what you're trying to say. So you want to make sure that you're in the right places as them. That's very important. Once you done figured all that out, it's time to get to the nitty gritty. Let's create a client magnet for them. You want to magnetize these potential clients into your business. And you're not just going to do that by them seeing your pretty face. You might, but it might not be worth it. Trust me. I'll talk about that in another video. But create a client magnet. So what you want to do is you want to start off by determining what type of needs are these people having. What problem are they having? Are they working on something and maybe it's taking them too long to get it done, or maybe it's too hard for them to complete it? Whatever it may be, you want to determine what their problem is, and you want to make sure that whatever your service is that you're about to put out, that you can actually solve it. That's very important. Now, if you know for a fact that you can solve this problem, what you want to do is create a freebie. You want to give them some value. You want to give them something free for them to be able to go and do it on their own. So I get this issue all the time. People, you don't want to necessarily get them the meat of your business, but listen, you want to get them a little gravy. You want to get them a little, a little taste, and they're like, okay, hold on, let me get a little bit more. And they taste that gravy, and you're like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get a little platter with 2 sides. That's what you want to be able to give them. That's very, very important. That is how you turn cold leads into warm leads into clients. And that is how we get to our 10K. Okay, so start off with that. Now, here's a tip that I'm going to give you that I only really give out to my clientele, but I'm going to give it to you all because I think that it will be very helpful for you. So let's just say, you're struggling. How do I come up with a freebie? What type of freebie do I give them? You want to give them something, and this is just one way of coming up with a freebie. Okay, this is only one way. There are others. You want to give them something that'll prepare them to work with you. That's very important. So, and I'll give you an example so that you understand and you have a basis to go off of. So in my accounting business, in order for you to get bookkeeping or cleanup services, you have to have your business registered with your state, your EIN, a business bank account. It has to be a business bank account, and you have to be willing to subscribe to a QuickBooks account. Now, a lot of people, especially starting out, you all sometimes are in a rush to go and talk to an accountant because you want to be educated, which is great. Hop on somebody live for that education. A lot of us, we're not going to hop on a sales call with someone who cannot even work with us. So we have these preliminary questions when you try to book a call. It says, do you have your business registered? Do you have your business bank account? When you say no, we ain't doing a call. I'm gonna give you a freebie. You feel what I'm saying? So what that freebie is, I'm going to give you a video of how to register your business with your state and the IRS for your EIN number. And then I'll give you a list of some bank accounts that you can use that have really good business bank accounts. And I'm going to let you have that. So what I do is I'm preparing you to work with me. And that's important, because you don't want to just work with anybody. So what you do is, what requirements do they need to be able to work with you? What place, even if it's mental, do they need to be in order for them to work with you? Create a freebie off of that. I am almost certain that there should have been at least 3 or 4 things that came to mind when you heard that. If not, rewind real quick and then try to come up with something, because that's going to be the thing that not only gives people that, she's really giving me some information for free. She took her time out and she did this, and I appreciate it. If you go to my website right now, there are so many freebies that you all can access that will help you in your business. Of course I had to plan them, prep them, put them together, but it's nothing for me to come up with those freebies. It's nothing for you to come up with those freebies. They're valuable and people will appreciate it in the long run. And again, it gets people prepared to work with you, and that's very important. Now, one thing I want you to know when you're doing this, the goal is not to we're not making a sale here. The goal is to get their info. You want to get their name, their email, and their phone number. You want to make sure that that is your ultimate goal. Because once you have that, it's takeoff from there. And you want to make sure that you are prepared for this takeoff. All right, now we're about to get into the nitty gritty. Create your golden package. Now listen, I'm going to be the friend to tell y'all. I'm going to be the friend. This first package does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. But it needs to be the framework of your business, or how you get people from point A to Z. It needs to be that framework that takes them from A to Z, that you can ultimately create multiple different offers from. But in this case, you want to make sure that you outline that framework for this particular offer. This is your golden package. It doesn't necessarily, please don't make it a low tier package. It does not need to be a low tier package. But you do want to make sure that it's solving the problem that they just told you they had. So if they told you they got this problem, you need to make sure that once you get this and you sign up for this golden package, that it is going to solve that problem. And that is very important. Another thing I want to tell you, it does not have to be ready to start promoting it. Listen, sometimes we have these offers, and a tip, the higher the price, the longer you need to market it for. So if you know you have something that's going to be about 10 or 12K, honestly, you probably want to promote that all year round, depending on who your target market is. If your target market is someone who can easily afford 10 or 12K, then you may only need 2 or 3 months to promote. But know your target market. So if you know $2,500 is going to put a dent in their pockets, you may want to come up with options for them to pay for it. For one, a payment plan is very, very beneficial. And then also, you want to give them time. So you may want to promote it maybe 3 or 4 months, depending on your target market. Again, think about that. You should know them by now based off of what I've told you. You should be able to determine if they can afford that. Now, you have this golden package. You know it solves their problems. Start promoting it. Do not wait to promote it until you made it perfect. Trust me, I am someone who I want it to be aesthetically pleasing. There's no other way for me to put that. That's who I am. I like for it to be low-key perfect, but that does not work. You want to make sure that you're putting it out there before it's even ready. You can get it ready. You can get it ready. Let me tell y'all, I worked on this product, a very low-tier product. It's for you to get business credit, for you to learn how to do certain things on the foundational side of your new business. If you are interested in that product, you can catch it in the link in the description. Now, for this product, I started to do polls. I did polls like, hey, what business foundation wise, what do you need more of? What do you need for financial management, for budgeting, for funding? I did polls. Based off of that, I changed it. I adjusted it. I won't say change. I adjusted it to fit what they needed. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be already ready. It's low-key good for it to not be ready, because now you can go out there and you can ask them exactly what they want out of it, and you're going to be able to provide it. So I don't want you to focus on this product or this package being perfect. I just want you to make sure that you are pushing it out there and promoting it and reassuring your target market that you can solve the problem that's really hurting them and really preventing them to get to their desired life. All right. So now we got to aim. We need to attract, influence, and maximize. This is very important. And let me just throw this out there. For the sake of this video, I am only going to focus on content marketing. That is it. That is what a lot of us start with in the beginning. That is what I started with in the beginning. And truth be told, it gets us where we're trying to go a little bit faster because we're able to reach a lot more people. So I'm starting with content marketing, but I want you to know and understand that that is not the only way to market your business. You can market your business in other ways outside of content marketing. And once you determine that, I do not want you to only rely on content marketing. No, do not only rely on content marketing. That will hurt you in the long run. It may cause you to be burnt out and a whole lot of other things that I don't want you to say I told you to do. So make sure that for the sake of this video, you understand I'm teaching you content marketing, but I'm not going to say that this is the only way to market your business. I told you earlier, you need to determine where your people are at, where they hanging at. You need to know that. Are they on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn? Shoot, they might be on Twitter. But you need to be able to determine that. And when I get into this part of the video, you will understand why. If you're trying to dip out right now, you do not want to miss this. So I advise you to stay. All right, so you need to really know where they are hanging. I'll tell you why. So this is personal experience. I told y'all I got y'all. Everything in here, I got y'all. I started with my coaching business trying to push everything on Facebook and Instagram because in my accounting business, I had so much success on Facebook and Instagram. Your girl didn't have not a lick of success when it comes to Facebook and Instagram when it pertains to my coaching business. Then I realized that all of my clients for my coaching business are on LinkedIn. So where do you think I went to? I went to LinkedIn. Now, I'm telling you that, but I want you to understand that where you are posting is going to be very important to everything else. So even including how you optimize your social media channels. That is so important. I don't care if you're on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. It does not matter. You have a bio in every single social media platform. You need to optimize that bio. Make sure the people who need you, the people you work with, make sure you call them out in your bio so that they know that you are for them. That's very important, because you want people, when they come across your page, to be like, they're going to look at your bio first. Let me see what she got going on. And then they start to scroll. That's very important. So you want to make sure that you are doing that. Also, I don't care what platform you are on. There is an option for you to put a link in your bio. That golden package that we just talked about, that needs to be in your link. Now, I know some platforms allow you to put multiple links in your bio, which is cool. But that needs to be the first one. You can add everything else afterwards, but that needs to be the first link. That is very important, that when people come to your page, they are going to click that link. They may not stay long, but for that first initial time that they come on your page, they are going to click that link. And you want them to be able to see that golden package, to have eyes on it. I say that because people are not going to buy the very first time they see it. That ain't the goal. But the more familiar they get with it, the closer they will get to buying it. And that is very, very important. So I told you need to optimize. Now, let's just say you are on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn gives you a little more room to optimize. Very similar to Facebook, actually. You get this banner, this beautiful little banner. Please make sure you are calling your people out on that banner. Do not have a whole lot of words on there. Don't crowd it with a whole lot of words. If you are branding yourself, you may want to put your picture. I have found that works for me. I know a lot of business owners who do not utilize their picture. So I'm going to say this. Do what works for you. If you are comfortable with your picture, put your picture. Now, let me say this. Let's just say you're comfortable with your picture, but you ain't getting no clicks, no bites, no nothing. You might want to try to remove it. Because just because we're comfortable with it and we like it does not necessarily mean that our target market likes it. So try it out. See what works for you. But again, optimize. And don't just optimize how you want to optimize. Optimize according to that social media platform. Because at the end of the day, if you do it how they like it and how they want you to do it, that's comfortable for you, of course. They are going to push your content out. They're going to push your page out more and more. And you want to make sure that you're providing quality content so that your followers and everyone likes it. But you want the help of that platform to help push it out as well. So optimize according to how they like it. For example, Instagram, people on Instagram, they want it to be aesthetics. They like the aesthetically pleasing pages. Keep it aesthetically pleasing. You can go to TikTok with all the riffraff. They don't care about that. So you need to find what's comfortable for you. Because if you know your people on TikTok and Instagram, but you're not really trying to do the aesthetically pleasing stuff, you need to hop on you need to hop on TikTok. Now, if you are someone who you're keen on that, you want all your pictures to have the same filter, you rocking the nude, then you need to go to Instagram. That's going to work for you. And that's very important. Now, when you get on like Facebook and LinkedIn, it doesn't necessarily have to be aesthetically pleasing, but I will tell you, it takes it up a notch when you have a clear brand, especially on that banner. If your banner is matching similar to the post that they see on your feed, that's a really good look. That people normally gravitate to that. But I want to make sure I throw this out there. It is quality over quantity. I don't give a damn how good your content looks if it's not serving me in any type of way. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean like you're providing me with educational information. Sometimes you may be motivating me, or I'm good at this. Sometimes you may be disrupting something in me that's preventing me from being great, and you're calling me out on it. So again, make sure when you are doing anything with your content that you are optimizing and thinking about that particular platform, because that really does mean a lot. And again, this even takes me into my next portion of it. You want to make sure that you go where you can push out the content that you're going to be okay with pushing. For example, YouTube goes for video. They started adding the post on there, but I mean, I don't really see too many people using it. It may become a thing. I don't think it's there yet. But video, long form and short form. I love long form and short form video. Hence why I'm on YouTube. I'm comfortable doing this. I don't don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm happy. I am enjoying recording this video. Now, I know I legit, like, if somebody was sitting up in here, they'd be like, this girl is crazy. Because I feel like I'm talking to you. Like, I feel like I'm talking to you, and it works for me. So, I'm on YouTube because of that. Now, what I'll tell you about LinkedIn doesn't do any video. It does not. I mean, you can do like a live, and that'll do okay. But, like, if you post a short form, long form video, it probably won't do anything. However, I also like taking pictures. I got a little wordplay, and I have a team that can help me with carousel posts. So I don't mind being on LinkedIn and posting my carousels and posting my personal picture. I'm okay with that. So you want to make sure that when you determine where your people are, that you're also going to be okay with how that platform pushes out content. That's very important. Now, what I will tell you is if you are starting out, whatever platform you are on, I'll try to make sure I give one for each, especially if you're starting out on Instagram or Facebook. Do those reels. Even if you're starting out on YouTube, do the shorts. Listen, do them. And sometimes you getting uncomfortable is the thing that you need. Sometimes you don't even know what you're okay with because you haven't even tried. So I say that to say that there are a lot of people who are like, well, I don't really like being on camera. I don't do good on camera. It's so many different ways you can do these reels. Baby, I just recorded myself recording. I'm going to chop that video up and I'm going to make a reel out of it. So you don't even necessarily got to be on the video talking like I'm doing right now for YouTube. You can be doing what you regularly do and just record that and put your educational stuff on top. Put your motivational, disruptive stuff on top of that. But if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, I want you to do reels. If you determine that's where your people are, I want you to give it a shot at least. And then if you like your people on TikTok, TikTok has so many different ways that they accept videos and that work. I want you to do what's comfortable for you, because whatever is comfortable for you, you're going to be authentic at. And listen, I'm going to tell you like I just told somebody. We see when you're not being authentic. Y'all would be able to tell if I was not being my authentic self. If I tried to do, okay guys, so today we're going to, if I tried to kick it to y'all like that, you all would be able to tell. You probably would have left the video by now if you still here. But listen, you want to make sure you're being authentic. So whatever platform you go on, make sure you can be your authentic self. That's very important. I know TikTok loves authenticity. The same goes for LinkedIn. Now with LinkedIn, what really works is for you to engage. If I spend an hour a day engaging, I'm telling you, my posts are going to boom, engage. And not like an hour a day. I might break it up 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here, 30 minutes here. But regardless, if I spend some time engaging on LinkedIn, they are going to push my content. And that is exactly what you want. So, and then like I told you, for YouTube, do shorts. Post your videos, your long form videos. There is a site, and I'll drop it in the link below. Video A.I.M, I'm not sure, but they will break up your long form video and turn it into shorts for you. So that's if you're, you don't really feel like doing it, because your girl does sometimes too. I use that as well. So it can be very helpful for you, but shorts will help push your content out on YouTube. All right, so I'm glad that you all were able to get this information. If there was anything that you felt like you needed more of, I want you to drop it in the comments below. Or even if you had an aha moment where you like, you know what? That was for me. I want you to drop it in the comments. Give me feedback. That way I can continue to push out valuable content for you all. Y'all know I love doing YouTube. So this is really me in a happy state right now. All right, so if you know somebody who needs this content, or you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, make sure you share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is so important to me. And I will see you all on the next video.